Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm talking about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this does sound delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Well, it happens to be my half gain shirt. Yeah! What the hell is half gain, though? You really gotta be in certain circles to know what the hell half gain is. Half gain was a band in sort of the late 90s, maybe into the early 2000s, that they were of the nu metal variety. And if you're unfamiliar with nu metal, it was a subgenre of metal, kind of combined metal and rap elements that was popular in the late 90s, early 2000s. However, unlike more familiar bands like Korn or System of a Down or, Limp Bizkit, bands that are very synonymous with the genre, Halfgain was nowhere near that level of successful. I didn't even know about them up until maybe a little over a year ago. They're a fairly obscure band, but I ran into their stuff and I liked it. They haven't been a band in forever, though, so I had a friend of mine named Mark, and he watches my videos sometimes. Hello, Mark. He's a graphic designer, and he went over there and he made up this design for me. So it's a super neato shirt. I love it a lot. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I am excited for this because in my head, this has to be delicious. It has to be. But what is it? Where is it from? It happens to be from, boom, Potbelly. This is their brand new banana pudding shake. I love banana pudding. It is one of those things that I love dearly, and were I not concerned about not living to 50, I would probably consume every single day of my life. Because it's so good, especially if you get like the properly made ones, get like the Nilla wafers and stuff. Oh, fuck, man. But yeah, so Potbelly, they're a sandwich place. I've reviewed plenty of their stuff. They are out of Illinois, so this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just sort of Illinois-focused spots. So let's give it a go. Please be delicious. It's delicious. Potbelly has great shakes, man. Like, I reviewed like their eggnog shake, like their their Jamocha shake. They just have really good shakes. Always really flavorful. Because Potbelly, they're kind of in that category of like, they're sort of fast food, they're a sandwich shop kind of thing, and they're a chain and stuff. But they aim for that little bit of that higher end kind of fast food sort of vibe, which I always appreciate. And typically that comes through in their food, and it definitely comes through in their shakes. Very flavorful, nice and rich, very sweet. And the thing that's impressive to me about it, aside from how delicious it is that not only is it banana flavored, but yeah, no, it actually has like a banana pudding flavor to it. Because I've had banana shakes plenty of times, They're wonderful in their own way. But this definitely went over there and went that extra mile. You can kind of get a little bit of that sort of Nilla wafer vibe that I was talking about earlier. It's definitely got more to it than just that straight banana flavor. It's also like the perfect level of thickness. Obviously that's going to be in part depending on, how quickly you're able to get it. I did an online order, so I had to kind of rush to get here. But it's stable, but it's not like a McDonald's shake stable, where that it's just like loaded with fucking, all kinds of preservatives and shit and everything to keep it that stable. This it like perfectly hits. It's just a nice, easy, drinkable texture. It tastes really fucking good, man. And yeah, I mean that. I don't know when the last time I actually had proper banana pudding was. Probably at least a couple years or so. Um, but again, it's such a wonderful thing, and this is kind of giving me that fix, man. It's not as good, obviously, but it's not that far off. And the fact that it's in a drinkable format, oh, that's good. And like I said, man, it's just you know, I like I like what they did with this. I like because you can tell that they really went over there and spent some time with it. It was like, look, they could have just put out a banana shake. That would have been great anyway. But the fact that they emphasize the pudding aspect and the fact that yeah, it does have that vibe to it, that's really impressive to me. And that's a really tasty shake. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Clearly and clearly. I think for me personally, everything I just talked about. Like, I love the banana pudding vibe. I appreciate the effort that clearly went into it. I like the consistency of it, and that's just a really good shake. I'm not gonna say it's not like the best shake I've ever had or anything like that. Especially if you go to like a proper shake shop. But again, I would genuinely say that I think that when it comes to Potbelly, the stuff that they're able to do with their shakes, it's genuinely really impressive to me. Because there are a lot of places that, do the kind of shake and sandwich thing, and, they're usually pretty good at it, but I think Potbelly stands above most of those. Obviously, I mean, it'd be nice if they had like a wider variety of shakes available all the time, but I can appreciate the fact that, they do these little limited one-off shakes here and there. It's just about getting in and making it happen. I remember, I think it was a few months ago, they had a s'mores shake, and I went over there and I went through the online ordering process, and then I got there, and the shake wasn't there, and they're like, yeah, we don't actually have the s'mores shake anymore. It's on the thing, but we don't have it. So I got a different kind of shake, but no, I think for me, this is definitely, like, they could put this one on the permanent menu, and I would get it on a, at least a semi-regular basis. And if I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. It really does come down to, do you like banana pudding or not? If you enjoy yourself some banana pudding, I think this will go over there. Like I said, it's not going to be as good as the homemade stuff, but it's got a lot going for it. It's got some character, it's got some nice personality, and again, you can tell that there's effort there, so I would definitely recommend it. I think it's really tasty and good. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly banana pudding-tastic rest of your life. Just banana pudding. Maybe one day I'll do a banana pudding review. We'll see. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal opinion on banana pudding? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I'm sure, banana can be a surprisingly divisive flavor, even though it, shows up in so much stuff. Like, there are people who are very, very strongly against it. And, that's most foods, There's always going to be that, one person who doesn't like something. But, like I said, for me, man, I think it's always a great treat. Whenever it's an option available to me, I definitely go with it. But let me know your experiences. Anyway,